Because D-Day was the most important day of the war, and very possibly of our generation, some of the broadcasts of those first 24 hours achieved a special kind of permanence. One of these originated on the headquarter ship Ancon, just off the French coast. Your reporter, George Hicks of the ABC.
Our own ship has just gave its warning whistles, and now the flak is coming up in the sky. Looks like we're going to have a night tonight. Get it there, boys! Another one coming over. And a cruiser right alongside of it, pouring it up. Something burning is falling down through the sky. And circling down. Maybe a hit plane. They got one.
The history of wars does not know of any undertaking so broad in concept and so grandiose in its scale and masterful in its execution. Those words about the invasion of the continent were spoken by Joseph Stalin.
Приходится праздновать сегодня 24-ю годовщину Октябрьской революции. Вероломное нападение.
You are listening to one of the rare recorded speeches of Marshal Stalin.
И навязанная нам война создали угрозу для нашей страны.
Comrades, today we celebrate the 24th anniversary of the October Revolution in difficult times.
У ворот Ленинграда и Москвы. На вас смотрит.
The enemy is even now before the gates of Leningrad and Moscow.
Уничтожить разбойничьи орды немецких захватчиков.
Long live our glorious motherland. Under the banner of Lenin, onward to victory.
Здравствует наша славная Родина, ее свобода, ее независимость. Под знаменем Ленина вперед к победе.
The Soviet Union, invaded by Hitler in June of '41, fought where it could, retreated, scorched its earth, held the line from Lake Ladoga to the Black Sea, and in so doing won the respect of the world. By the summer of '44, the Ukrainian Fourth Army was in the Carpathians, the American First 5 miles inside Germany, the British Second in Holland at Arnhem, the Marines, the Army, and the Seabees in the Marianas. And by October, the American Sixth was back in the Philippines. At home, people worked and waited and watched the political battle.
These Republican leaders have not been content with attacks on me or on my wife or on my sons. No, not content with that. They now include my little dog, Fallon.
Franklin Roosevelt versus Thomas Dewey.
This is a campaign against an administration which was conceived in defeatism, which failed for 8 straight years to restore our domestic economy, which has been the most wasteful, extravagant, and incompetent administration in the history of the nation, and worst of all, one which has lost faith in itself and in the American people.
On the 20th day of January '45, Franklin Roosevelt took his 4th oath of office. Bastogne and the Bulge were history now. MacArthur was ashore at Luzon on Lingayen Gulf and striking for Manila. And the Marines were studying terrain maps of a place called Iwo Jima. Early that March, the president, visibly weary, went before the Congress to report on Yalta.
I hope that you will pardon me for an unusual posture of sitting down during the presentation of what I want to say. But I know that you will realize that it makes it a lot easier for me in not having to carry about 10 pounds of steel round on the bottom of my legs, and also because of the fact that I have just completed a 14,000-mile trip. Speaking in all frankness, the question of whether it is entirely fruitful lies to a great extent in your hands.